If you love cupcakes, you absolutely have to try this recipe because it's just pure perfection. We're making a super fluffy vanilla cake, and trust me, the hidden strawberry filling inside is everything. To top it all off, we have an incredibly creamy frosting that takes the whole dessert to the next level. To start, let's grab a bowl and toss in 2 cups or 240 grams of sifted all-purpose flour, along with 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We'll give that a really good whisk to get everything combined, and then just set the bowl aside for a minute. Now, in a larger bowl, we're going to combine 2 large room temperature eggs and 3/4 of a cup or 150 grams of granulated sugar. Using a hand mixer, beat this together for a few minutes. Watch how it grows in volume and turns into a super pale, almost whitish yellow color. That's exactly what we're looking for. Next, let's pour in 1/2 cup or 120 grams of room temperature milk, 1/2 cup or 120 grams of plain room temperature yogurt, 1/3 cup or 75 grams of vegetable oil, and finally 2 teaspoons or 10 grams of vanilla extract. We're just going to stir these wet ingredients together gently with a whisk until they're just incorporated. Next, we're going to grab those dry ingredients we set aside earlier and sprinkle them right over the top with a spoon. Sifting or sprinkling them over the mixture instead of just dumping it all in at once keeps the flour from sinking and helps us mix everything more evenly. We want to be super gentle here so we don't lose all that lovely air we just beat into the eggs. I like to move the whisk in gentle circles and lift it up so the batter falls right through the wires. It's a fantastic way to get a smooth batter without overworking it. We'll add the flour mixture in about 3 separate additions, folding gently after each one until the batter's completely smooth and those flour lumps are gone. Now, let's line a cupcake pan with paper liners and divide our batter. We only want to fill the liners up to 2/3 full so the cupcakes have plenty of room to rise. This recipe usually makes about 16 to 17 cupcakes. Then, pop the pan into a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake them for about 12 to 15 minutes. They bake up pretty fast, so around the 12-minute mark, I highly recommend doing the toothpick test. They're perfectly done when the toothpick comes out almost completely clean, with just a few moist crumbs clinging to it. Gently transfer them over to a cooling rack and let them cool down completely at room temperature. While they rest, let's make that creamy frosting. In a large bowl, we'll place 1/3 cup or 75 grams of room temperature butter and sift 1/4 cup or 35 grams of powdered sugar right over it. Using a spoon or a spatula to press the sugar through the sieve ensures we won't have any lumps. Add 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla and beat it with the hand mixer until it's nice and pale and has a gorgeous, creamy texture. Now, let's add 1/2 cup or 113 grams of room temperature cream cheese and beat it just a little bit more until it's fully incorporated. Look at how beautifully velvety this frosting is. To fill our treats, take a small knife and cut a circle right into the center of the cupcake, being careful not to go all the way to the bottom. Then, use a small spoon to pop that little cake core right out. For the filling, we're using about 2/3 cup or 200 grams of strawberry jam. You can totally use whatever fruit flavor you like best. It's going to be delicious either way. Go ahead and spoon the jam into the center, leaving just a tiny bit of space at the top. Now, take that little cake core we removed, trim off the bottom part so you're left with a flat little lid, and place it right back on top to seal the filling inside. We'll just repeat this until all of them are filled. I added about a quarter cup or 75 grams of strawberry jam right into the frosting. This part's optional, and you can absolutely leave the vanilla frosting plain if you prefer. I just swirled the jam in gently with a few quick motions to get a gorgeous marbled effect, making sure not to mix it in completely. Then, using a regular spoon, just spread a dollop of that frosting over each cupcake. We don't need any fancy piping bags for this, we're keeping it nice and simple. For a final touch, you can add a tiny bit of extra jam right on top. You can store these in the fridge for up to 3 days, but here's a quick tip for the best results. I really recommend taking them out of the fridge about 20 to 30 minutes before you're ready to serve them. That gives the frosting a chance to soften up and get that perfect, creamy texture back. If you like these vanilla cupcakes with strawberry filling, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more delicious dessert recipes. See you in the next video!